Hi, everyone. Welcome to Yoga 45 on Overflow. My name is Jeanne. I'm one of the yoga MCs here at Flow Yoga and Cycle. We're just going to do a little twist and side body opening flow today. So thanks for joining us. It might be helpful if you have a yoga block or two. If you don't, you can always use just something else to prop up on, maybe some large books or something that you have nearby, or just do the best you can. Once you find a comfortable starting position, go ahead and soften your eyes to a close. If you're not comfortable seated or with your legs crossed, that's okay. Just adjust and find something that feels a little better for you. Just take a couple moments just to really relax and settle in. You can always allow your hands just to rest wherever they fall comfortably and naturally. If you prefer, take your hands to the knees with the palms facing down for a grounding energy, palms facing up for a more uplifting energy. Maybe dominant hand to the heart, your other hand to your belly so you connect back to yourself. There's no right or wrong. Do whatever feels natural for you in this moment. Deep inhale, slow exhales. You don't even really have to physically change your breathing. I want you just to acknowledge that you actually are breathing. So just notice that inhale and that exhale. Now, if you want, you can start to make that inhale a little deeper and that exhale a little slower. Maybe think about trying to expand your ribs on an inhale. And then when you exhale, you want to contract. Okay? So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Unless you're feeling a lot of tension, then you can exhale through the mouth. Keep relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, lifting out through the crown of the head, sitting up a little taller. Two more rounds of that intentional breath. Just inhale through the nose, exhale, release. One more time, big inhale, and exhale. Go ahead and allow your eyes to softly float open. We're going to start to walk the right hand over to the right side. Inhale, reach the left arm up, and then just start to lean into that right side. Okay, try to keep pushing your left hip down. Maybe turn your gaze, look up under your left armpit. Maybe bend into your right elbow a little bit more. Okay, find some length here. Make sure you can breathe. Anything that's taking your breath away might be a little too intense. Okay, so just back out a tiny bit. Big inhale from here. Push off of your right hand and then reach your left hand to the mat. Reach your right arm up. Walk that left hand over to the left. Keep pushing your right hip down, reach through those fingertips, little bend to that left elbow, soften the shoulder away from the ear, maybe look up under the armpit. Breathe into that right side body, big inhales, slow exhales. And then again, we'll press off of the left hand, rise back up. We're going to take that left hand to the right knee and then reach your right hand behind you. Inhale, sit up really tall. And then exhale, see if you can look over your right shoulder back behind you. Okay, keep breathing here. Couple more breaths for me. Okay, next inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, twist it all the way over to your left side. So right hand to your left knee. Inhale again. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Perfect. Keep breathing here. Take a big inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, release. I want you to bring the soles of the feet together so you're more in this bound angle pose or butterfly pose. And then you're going to lead with your heart, lead with your chest. So try to keep your chest lifted, your shoulders back. Think of hinging at the hips and start to fold forward. Now, you can take and hold on to your feet, your ankles, your shins, your knees. Maybe take your elbows and press the knees open a little bit more. Try not to round and pull your shoulders up towards your ears, but get length in the spine and then fold. Couple of breaths here. Keep softening. You don't have to force anything. Just breathe through it. Okay, good. One more big breath here. Maybe push those knees a little closer to the floor if that's an option. And then rise back up. Keep pressing the soles of the feet together. Reach the hands behind you. Palms of the hands onto the mat. Fingertips can face you, face out to the side, or face away from you. Whatever feels better for your shoulders. Facing towards you is going to be the most intense shoulder opener. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, drop the head back slightly. Maybe keep pushing your chest forward. Try to pull your shoulder blades together. And then going a little deeper if you want would be lifting your hips. Make sure you can breathe. Big inhale, slow exhale. Good. And then release the hips back down to the mat. Walk your hands back. We'll do one more here with the feet bound together. So you're going to take your right elbow to your right knee. I'm not mirroring you. And then reach your left arm up over. So again, you're just getting this little side stretch. Maybe you even hold on to your ankle or your foot. Stretch into that side body a little bit more. Okay. And then rise back up and then do the same thing on the left side. So left elbow to the knee. Maybe you hold on to your ankle or your foot. Reach your right arm up and then lean into that side. So you just feel like you're opening in your side body. Make sure you can breathe easy here. Maybe a couple of deep inhales, slow exhales. Notice any subtle differences from right side to left side. No right or wrong. Perfect. Inhale, rise back up. Bring your hands to the outsides of the knees. Pull those up and in. Maybe squeeze, tuck your chin, give yourself a little hug. And then if you can, you're going to cross your ankles, hold onto your ankles and roll over the tops of your legs and come into hands and knees, tabletop. Okay, so on your mat, we're going to find all fours, tabletop position. So keep your shoulders in line with your wrists, and then keep your hips in line with your knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Tops of the feet flat on the mat, weight in the shins. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the head, find cow. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, and puff up in between your shoulder blades for cat. And then again, we'll just flow back and forth. You don't have to be synchronized. Just inhales and exhales at your own pace as it feels good for you. All right, try to keep pressing the palms of the hands into the mat. Couple more rounds of this, up and down. And then next, I want you just to add little side to side. So look over your left shoulder back towards your left hip, and then over your right shoulder back towards your right hip. And you're just going to go a little side to side with that. You can even sway your hips a little bit side to side with it. Lean a little bit more into that side body. Okay. And then when you're balanced, once again, come back to the center, neutral spine. I want you to take your right leg straight back behind you. Press your toes down onto the mat. So curl the toes under and press back. Push out through the crown of the head. Feel like you're getting long in your spine. Feel a little stretch in your calf. And then lift your right foot up and over to the left side. So it's almost like you're crossing your legs. And then if you can, look over your left shoulder back towards your foot. Keep pressing your heel back and feel a nice little stretch in your right side body maybe. Breathe into that.
She said she ain't Lucy. I said not yet.
Perfect. One more big inhale and then exhale, release that. Come back to all fours. And then we'll do the left side. So left foot extends back. Push the crown of the head forward. Right? Keep your gaze at that space between the hands. Keep pressing your heel back. Keep your belly tight. And then lift your left foot up and over to the right side. It's probably going to come off of your mat a little. That's okay. Look over your right shoulder and see if you can see your foot back there and feel that stretch in your left side body. One more breath here. And then back to all fours. Okay? If you need to, your wrists might need a little bit of love, right? So you could flip your palms to face up. You could do one at a time or maybe both at the same time. You can maybe straighten your elbows. Maybe they have to stay bent. Maybe you walk your fingertips a little bit closer to or knees a little closer to your fingertips. Okay. And then we'll release that. Okay, one more from here, from tabletop position. Hug your belly button towards your spine. Push the crown of the head forward. Lift your right leg up hip height this time. Flex through the foot. Point the toes towards the floor. Reach your left arm out, bicep by the ear. Let your thumb point up to the ceiling, okay? Now take a big inhale. As you exhale, I want you to swing your arm open to the left and your leg open to the right. And now, so left arm out to the side, right leg out to the side. Yes, and then back to center. Let's do it one more time. Perfect. And then back to all fours. And then left leg extends back behind you. Reach your right arm out. Good. And then same thing. Right arm goes out to the right. Left leg goes out to the left. And then back to center. Good. Keep your core tight. Try to keep your leg lifted hip height. Give me one more. Slight difference from side to side probably. And then back to all fours. Okay. From tabletop position, look where your fingertips are and move your heel of your hand, so like your wrist, up to where the fingertips were. Curl the toes under and then push your hips back towards your heels. Lift your hips, straighten into your legs. Find downward facing dog. Press the palms of the hands into the mat, okay? Maybe lift up onto your tiptoes, maybe bend your knees. Lift your hips a little higher, and then maybe start to press one heel at a time closer to the floor. Keep your core tight here so you're not putting all the weight into the wrist and into the hands, into the shoulders, but using your full body here, okay? And then move back towards center. Give me one more breath here in downward facing dog. And then walk your feet to your hands and come into that forward bend at the top of your mat. Again, you can bend your knees if you need to. Try to bring your belly a little closer to your thighs. Tuck your chin so the crown of the head is hanging towards the floor. If you want, grab opposite elbows. Your feet can be as close together or as wide apart as it feels comfortable for you. Maybe again, you bend deeply into one knee as you straighten out the other leg. Maybe you sway a little side to side, kind of from your hips. Yeah, nice. Okay. When you feel balanced with that, release the elbows. Inhale, take a half lift. It's okay to slide the hands to the knees or the shins. Exhale, fold all the way back down. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And then lower hands to heart center. Perfect. Okay, so step your feet about hip distance apart, maybe even a teeny tiny bit wider. Hip distance is typically your 2/5 space between your big toes. You might want to use a block here. You can start with it at the medium height. That way you can put it up a level or down a level depending, okay, on what works best for you. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. I want you to lead with your heart and find a forward bend. Try to keep your legs nice and straight. Come back into that forward bend, but then lift up about halfway so chest is parallel to the floor. Okay, we're going to put a little bend to our right knee and place our right hand on the block. Should be kind of right under our nose. And then I want you to reach your left arm forward, bicep by the ear, thumb pointing up towards the ceiling like we did before. And then I want you to keep rotating that left arm and the left side of your body open and reach that left arm up. Try to lift your right hip as well, so your hips are staying square. And then if you want, you can take that left hand, reach behind the back, and try to stick it into the pocket of, say, your right hip, okay? And then you would keep picking your right hip up so it's level with your left hip, and then pull your left shoulder open. Maybe turn your chin and look up to the ceiling. Yeah. Big inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale this time, release your left hand all the way back down to the floor. Find forward bend. Kind of shake everything out. Inhale, lift halfway. This time the left hand comes to the block. Little bend to your left knee. Reach your right arm, bicep by the ear, thumb pointing up towards the ceiling, and then keep rotating that open. Yes, perfect. To the right side, yes. And then just try to pick that left hip up a teeny bit. If it feels like it's dropping lower than your right hip, Maybe reach your hand behind your back and then try to stick that into your hip crease, and then pick that back up, and then pull your shoulder open. And if it feels okay in your neck, look up at the feet. These are options to try. Okay. Go ahead, take a big inhale. As you exhale, release the hand from the hip and then lower it all the way back down to the floor. I'm going to shake all that out. Okay, inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the mat. Step your right foot back and then your left foot. So you're in plank, top of a push-up. Hold that plank for me for just a moment. And then I want you just to lift your hips and find your perfect downward facing dog from here. It's okay if your heels don't touch the mat. Give me a breath or two here in this wide stance. Try to lift your hips a little higher, even if you have to bend your knees, right? Because your hamstrings or your calves or ankles are tight. Now, if your heels aren't touching the mat, just step up a little bit so you can ground those heels down for me. Okay, so a little shorter in your down dog stance. I want you, we're going to do another twist here, down dog twist. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to reach it towards the outside of your left leg. Now, it might be your knee, your calf, or your ankle, okay? It might even have to just be on the mat somewhere over to the left side. Keep lifting your hips and then try to look up under your left armpit. My modern manifesto. I'm doing it. Big inhale, exhale, release that right hand, and then we'll switch sides. You're gonna take that left hand to the outside of the right leg. Keep lifting your hips, look up under your armpit. Yeah, just breathe into it. Good. Big inhale, exhale, release. Back to all fours. Let's go ahead, lift your right leg straight back behind you. Three-legged dog. Maybe point your toe, maybe flex your foot, maybe circle your ankle a couple times each direction. Step your right foot up to the space between the hands. Make sure your knee and your ankle stack, and then drop your left knee down to the mat. Untuck the toes, and then walk your hands up to your right. Okay, keep your right hand on your right knee. Reach your left arm up. Again, that bicep is near the ear. Lift from the heart. Keep drawing your belly in. Take a little back bend. Good. And then reach your left fingertips to the right. So you just almost take like a little side bend. Yeah, nice. Big inhale, exhale. I want you to bring that left hand down and then your right hand. So you're framing out your right foot. Slide your right foot forward. This is where your blocks can definitely be your friend. You can frame out that foot. Yes, I know we're going to stretch those hamstrings. Flex that right foot. Pull the toes back towards the face. Plug the femur into the hip socket. And then push out through the crown of the head. Try to check in with your hips. Make sure your left hip's not pushing over to the left side. Bring your belly towards your thigh if you can. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Okay, last breath here. And then we're going to bend back into that right knee. Hands to the mat. Curl your left toes under. Pick up your knee. Step back to that plank, top of a push-up. Hold that plank, okay? This time, drop down to your knees, but hold plank, not tabletop. Plank on your knees. Push through the crown of the head and then bend your elbows and think about lowering your chin to the mat. Tops of the feet come flat on the mat, and then inhale, start to pull through with your chest. Roll your shoulders back and down, little back bend here. All right, lower all the way back down to your belly. Either press up to hands and knees tabletop or curl your toes under, press straight up to plank, your choice, and then lift up to downward facing dog. And release that breath out the mouth anytime you're getting some tension. And then lift your left leg straight back behind you. Maybe point the toe, maybe circle out your ankle a couple times. And then we'll step that left foot up to the space between the hands. Find lunge, knee and ankle stack, and then right knee drops. Keep your left hand at your left knee. Reach your right arm up, bicep by the ear. Lift with the chest. Good. Maybe slight little back bend. So try to draw your tailbone down. And then see if you can lean to your left side. Good. One more big breath here. Then we'll release both hands down to the mat or to the blocks, either side of that left foot. Slide the left leg forward till it straightens. Flex the foot. Try to tilt your pelvis so you lift your tailbone, and then shoulders away from your ears as you push out through the crown of the head, and bring your belly a little closer to your thigh. And then just keep breathing. Try to keep flexing the foot or point the toe. See which feels better for you. One more breath here. Good. And then we'll bend back into that left knee. Hands to the mat, curl your right toes under, pick up the knee, step back to plank, top of a push-up. Lower your knees, so plank with your knees down, push through the crown of the head, lower down, knees, chest, or chin, chest, and then inhale, pull through to your back bend. Yeah, let the tops of the feet press into the mat. Good. And then either lower all the way down or come to hands and knees, tabletop, or press up to plank. And then find downward facing dog. So good. Okay. Big inhale, slow exhale. We're going to walk the feet to the hands again. Come all the way up into that forward bend at the top of your mat. Again, you choose the space between your feet. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Maybe switch and put the elbow that doesn't feel natural to be in front. So it's the opposite of what you did last time. Again, you can bend deeply into one knee as you straighten the other leg. Sway a little. And then we'll release the elbows. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Join your hands together. Exhale, lower into the heart. Let's leave hands at heart center. Now, you can either do big toes together and touching or feet hip distance, whichever feels better for you. You're going to find a chair pose. So a little bend to the knees, but then push the hips back as you bend the knees more instead of letting the hips go forward. Keep drawing the belly in, shoulders down. Okay, make sure the weight is evenly distributed between the heel and the ball of the foot for me. Okay, and then we're going to reach your left hand forward and sweep your right arm back. Try to twist just from the belly button up. Yes, good. You don't want to try to twist your hip. So try to keep your knees level, right? That left one is going forward. Just pull it back. Big inhale, exhale, twist back to center. Move hands back to heart center. Try to hold that chair pose for me. One more breath. Reach your right arm forward and your left hand back. Again, keep those hips square, those knees square, and just try to reach your left arm back. Yeah, shoulders down.
For a cold breeze, cold comfort for change.
One more big breath here. And then twist back to center. Hinge at the hips, come back into your forward bend. Okay, maybe if you've been playing around with it, you're going to come into a crow. You don't have to, okay? You can always just do little crow taps as well, just pulling your knee towards your armpit. But you'll lift your chin. You're going to come up onto your tiptoes. Push those knees way up into your above your elbows, right? Like up into your triceps, up into your armpits. And then maybe float one foot or maybe both feet. I know, it's okay.
I wish you were here.
And then we'll release that. You can either hop or step back into your plank or chaturanga. It's option, knees up or down, your choice. Inhale, find that back bend if you want. These are optional. You can skip them. We're going to find downward facing dog from here. Maybe a big inhale through the nose and a sigh it out. Let it go. Okay. I'm going to lift your right leg. Bend your knee, open your hip, but try not to dump into your left shoulder, okay? Keep your shoulders square. Look to the space between the hands and start to pull your knee towards your nose. Tuck your chin. Good. Now take your right leg back. We're going to pull right knee to right elbow. Tap and hold if you can. We're going to take it back. I want you to pull right knee to left elbow. I want you to hold. Now, I want you to swing your right leg out to the left and lower the outside edge of your foot down. Now, drop your left heel. So you're kind of going to pivot that foot a little. And then you're going to reach your left arm up. Fall in triangle. It's kind of like a variation of side plank. Now, if you want a little extra, you can float that right foot up. It might happen, it might not, it might just be a pop-up. And then release your left hand. Step your right foot back, three-legged dog. Step it up into lunge, knee and ankle. Walk your right foot up a little bit and then ground the heel down. And then inhale, reach your arms straight up, warrior one. Big inhale, exhale. Okay. All right. Take your arms out to the sides, T-shape. All right. I want you to take your right arm and cross it over your left. We're going to take an eagle wrap. Might happen, it might not. If eagle wrap doesn't really work for you, you can just rest your palms of your hands on your shoulder. Lift your elbows up. Pull your belly button in a tiny bit more. Big inhale. Exhale, hinge. Come into humble warrior. Okay? All right, inhale, we're gonna rise back up, release, reach your arms up, straighten into your right leg. Now try to put the weight and pressure into your right big toe. Take a big inhale and then exhale, start to hinge. Try to keep your biceps by your ears. Long spine, long torso. Bring your hands down to the mat. This is a good place to grab your blocks if you need them, okay? All right, now we're going to place the left palm of the hand onto a block. And then again, we're gonna do that. Remember, we reached our right bicep up by our ear, and then we twisted open to the right, turn the palm to face to the right. Yes, for that revolved triangle pose. Okay, give me one more big breath here. Inhale, exhale, release it. Bend into your right knee. So bring your right hand back down to the mat. Bend it to your right knee. Lift your left heel. Okay. Step your just move your block forward a teeny bit on that left hand, and then lean into your right leg. Yeah. Again, reach your right arm, bicep by the ear. Take that twist, and then see if you can launch off of your left leg. Lift that and straighten out your right. Yes. I know. Nice, ladies. Big inhale, exhale, lower the foot back down, that left foot. Release your right hand back down. Bring both hands to the mat. Step right foot back. Plank. We're going to make our way to downward facing dog through chaturanga. If you want, it's optional. You don't have to. Okay? Find that downward facing dog for me for a moment and breathe. Okay, when you're ready, lift your left leg. Maybe again, bend your knee, open your hip. Don't open your shoulder though, right? Okay, now we're gonna shift, pull the knee towards the nose, tuck the chin, hug it in, squeeze it in, and then back. And then you're gonna take your left knee, left elbow, so shift up like you're coming into plank. Hold it there for me. Take it back. Take your left knee to your right elbow, hold, and then kick it out to the right. Drop your right heel, reach your right arm.
Can I help you?
And then maybe that leg wants to float up, your left leg.
Anything special?
Yeah. Release.
Yes.
Step back, three-legged dog. one more time, go through that chaturanga. You don't have to, it's always optional. Maybe pull through into your little back bend and then find downward facing dog for me. Okay, big inhale, lift your right leg up. You're gonna shift forward, pull your right knee down to the mat by your right wrist, and then lower your shin and the top of the foot down. And then slide your left leg back. Try not to roll over and sit on your right hip. Inhale, and then as you exhale, walk your hands forward. You can always rest your head on your block if you need to, or you can stack your forearms and rest your forehead there. It's a little pigeon pose. Keep softening, keep relaxing.
Your blue dress, swaying to the music, slowly. I'm singing and I'm smoking, even though you hate it.
Slow your breathing down a little bit more. Maybe fold a little bit deeper.
You had to walk away from me. You had to do something.
And then we're going to press back up to the palms of the hands. Curl your left toes under, lift your knee, send your right leg back, three-legged dog, and then bend your knee, open your hip up. Maybe do some circles, right? Pull that knee up towards the chest and then out and around. And then do it a couple times in the other direction. Out first and then in and around. Nice. And then release. Downward facing dog. Left leg back. Good. And then you're going to step it up. Pull the knee to the wrist. Yep. And then slide your right leg back. Good. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're gonna walk. And then maybe forehead comes to the mat, maybe it comes to a block. Notice how different it feels on this side. See if you can soften and relax a little bit more. Focus on your inhales and your exhales.
I told you that I loved you. You just sort of smiled and then you kissed me.
Check in and see if you're holding tension in the neck or the jaw, and see if you can relax that a little bit more. Maybe you can fold and melt just a tiny bit more, a couple more inhales and exhales here. When you feel balanced, from side to side, if you feel like you held it as long on this side as you did on the right side, you'll press back up to the palms of the hands. Curl your right toes under, pick up your knee. Send your left leg back into that three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip, and then maybe do those circles here, right? Just a couple times, 2 to 3 times each direction. Find downward facing dog. We're going to drop down to hands and knees, tabletop, tops of the feet onto the mat. Slide your big toes together, take your knees out, and then sink your seat towards your heels. Extend your arms out in front of you, little child's pose. Relax the shoulders.
I was made for you. I climbed across.
Walk your hands to your knees, press up to seated, swing your legs around to the front of your mat. Perfect. You can shift and pull the fleshy parts out from the sit bones. You're going to bend, actually, let's take your left foot to the left edge of your mat first, and then bend your right knee and bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. So it's kind of like you're in this like seated tree pose. And then you're going to twist towards that left straight leg. Again, lead with the chest and then try to fold over, thinking about belly button to that thigh. Okay, you might be able to reach your toes. You might be able to take your right hand and grab your left wrist. Okay, there's no obligation to do that, right? It's just an option, but try to keep pulling your right shoulder back down. Lengthen through your spine. slow your breathing down for me. Next, inhale, we're gonna rise back up, reach your arms overhead, and then twist toward your right side, okay? So bring your right hand down to the mat beside your right hip. Yes. And then you can keep reaching your left arm up, right? That bicep by the ear, we've been doing that a lot today. Now I want you to push into your right hand and lift your hips and see if you can come all the way up to kneeling on that right leg. Yes. Perfect. Nice, ladies. Right, one more breath here. Push those hips a little bit further towards that bolster wall. Yes. And then release. Lower your hips all the way back down. Release that left hand. Perfect. Right leg will straighten. And then we'll bend into the left knee. Keep it flexed into your right foot. Turn towards that right straight leg. Reach your arms up, biceps by the ear. Lead with your heart, with your chest. Fold and reach forward. Yeah, try to keep your shoulders relaxed the same, like don't lean into your right shoulder. Pull that left shoulder down too. It's okay if you touch your foot. It's okay if you don't. Yeah, beautiful.
But you've got no one.
If you can relax it just a teeny tiny bit more, give me a couple more breaths here. Big inhale, slow exhale.
For you.
Next inhale, we'll reach the arms back up. We're going to twist to the left. Left hand down to the mat. Keep reaching that right arm up. And then push into your left hand. Lift and reach. Push your hips forward. Pull your shoulders back. Breathe here. Good. Big inhale. Exhale. Release. Okay. Go ahead and straighten into both legs. We're going to go ahead, bend into the knees, but pull the fleshy parts out from the sits bones. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Bring your hands behind your knee creases, okay? Start to pull your heels towards your seat and lift all but your tiptoes off the mat. Yes, pull the shoulders back and down a little bit more like you're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together and then see if you can float your feet up off the mat. Good. Okay, maybe lift your shins parallel to the ceiling and then release your hands. Yes. Shoulders back and down. Maybe you straighten your legs. Maybe you smile. All right. And release. And then slowly just come down to your back. Once you get down to your back, give your knees a quick squeeze into the chest. Maybe gently rock a little side to side or just hold the knees hugging in, whatever feels good for you. Okay, we're gonna keep holding on to the right knee, but release the left foot. Slide your hips a little to the right. Take your left hand to the outside of the right knee and pull that right knee over to the left side, but try to keep pulling your right shoulder to the mat and then extend your right arm out, T-shape, turn your gaze and look to the right. Big inhale, slow exhale. Check and make sure you're not holding tension in your jaw. Can you relax a little bit more for me? Inhale, exhale, we'll release that twist. Shift your hips back to center. Straighten your right leg. Pull your left knee into the chest. And then take your left leg over to the right. Maybe hips move to the left first. Extend your left arm out T-shaped. Maybe turn your gaze to the left. Keep relaxing, keep softening. You don't have to hold on to muscle tension here. You can relax everything. So just check in, see where you're gripping and holding on. Take those big inhales and those slow exhales for me. One more big inhale. inhale, slow exhale, release. Come back to center. Shift your hips back to center. Extend your legs out the length of the mat. Maybe open them as wide as the mat. Tuck the shoulder blades under. Bring the arms to the side, palms facing up. Soften your eyes to a close. Shavasana. You're always welcome to stay here in your relaxation as long as you would like. When you're ready to bring movement back into the body, just start to brush the thumb to the fingertips. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes or circle your ankles and your wrist. Maybe shift your head slightly from side to side. You can extend your arms overhead, point your toes, get a full body stretch like it's your first stretch of the day. And then exhale, knees to the chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Maybe you start to rock forward and back or side to side, or maybe you don't rock at all. When you're ready, you'll roll over to your side, but tuck your arm under your head for support. Just pause here for a moment. Either side works, whatever's comfortable. On an inhale, press yourself back up to seated. If you can, remain with your eyes closed or just take a soft gaze to the floor. Once you're in that seated position, bring your hands together at heart center, tuck your chin, bow your head. Showing yourself gratitude for taking this time for yourself. And allow your eyes to softly float open. Light in me, thousand light in you. Namaste.